Sit by myself.
Welcome to the Think Tank
Talking
Podcast.
to
We
the
are back. And welcome back to the Think Tank Podcast. I am your host, Randy Hayes. So glad that you all were able to join us again. I'm excited this episode to be joined by a young lady who's doing some amazing things in her fitness journey and is helping a whole bunch of other people along the way. I actually stumbled across her profile on IG through some mutual friends we have. Shout out to Morgan, and who joined us in one of the earlier episodes, I think around episode 6. This young lady, she's doing some pretty cool stuff, and I'm excited that she'll have an opportunity to share what she's got going on with you all today. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce to you Miss Sharail Jordan. How you doing, Sharail?
I'm fine, and yourself?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you so much for joining us. That's probably, I'm used to calling you alkaline thick. You know what I'm saying? But we'll we'll get into that, in a second. I just found out what your government was recently for the show, but I've always known you as alkaline thick, and we'll get into the plugs of that a little bit later. But if you could just do us a little bit of a favor and just tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, where you're at now, and what it is that you do.
My name is Sharail. My IG is alkaline thick. My name is Sharail. I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
Very nice.
Currently, I work for the IRS. I'm a tax auditor. I'm a parent, a mother of 8 kids,
Bless you,
and
bless you.
yes, and I also do coaching on the side and taxes on the side as well. So that's
Okay.
um, my side jobs. My main job, I work for the IRS. Prior to work for the IRS, I was in the military for 4 years. I was stationed in Fort Lewis, Washington State, and the Army, where I did nuclear biological agent type things of that nature.
Okay. Okay. Sounds like some, top secret stuff, man. We'll tread lightly on that. But yeah, man. When I came across your page, man, one of the things that really stuck out to me, man. First of all, you just got a magnetic personality, man. It's something that just draws you in, and you got so much, charisma and pizzazz. When you're doing these videos, you know what I'm saying, what I love about it, a lot of these, IG fitness folks, they try to be, cute with it all the time. Man, you hop on it just finishing up one of your routines, man, and you drenching in sweat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I just got it in, man, and I appreciate the authenticity that you have with your journey, man. So just tell us a little bit about your weight loss journey and where you been, where you at now with that.
I started my weight loss journey, and I'm gonna take it back. I started in 2007. And 2007 was the first time I actually gained over 100 pounds with my son, and I took that weight off from that time. And basically, with my weight loss journey, I just been a natural roller coaster, so to speak. So I've had 8 kids, and out of the 8 kids, 4 of them I gained over 100 pounds. 2 of them I gained. I had 2 kids back to back. I gained 132 pounds. I gained another 100 pounds with another baby, and my last baby, I gained over 100 pounds. So basically, my body has been consistently yo-yoing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And not to say that's something that is healthy. Actually, it's something that I wasn't supposed to have been doing, but I didn't apply the concepts that I know how to apply when I'm pregnant. I tend to drift off in another concept when I'm pregnant and just be at ease and just do what I want, because when you're pregnant, you feel vulnerable. So you just do what you want, how you want it, and then at the end, then you're like, oh wow, look what happened. So then you try to fix everything up and get yourself back together. And then it seemed as though every time I got back myself back together, I was getting pregnant again. So that's where my weight loss journey really came from, consistently having kids and consistently gaining all of this weight and consistently being strong minded and willpower and taking the weight off because this is something that I wanted to do. Currently, right
So
now,
real quick,
go ahead.
real quick, Shrill. You know, you say you have 8 kids. So are they kind of like, you know, the steps? Is it? Do you have like the steps going on? You know what I'm saying? Is there?
Nah, to be honest, nah, I have it. I have probably the best of both worlds because I have a 25-year-old, I have a 21-year-old, I have a 17-year-old, I have a 14-year-old, I have a 11-year-old, I have a 9-year-old, I have a 6-year-old, and I have a 2-year-old.
Ooh,
None of them are stair steps.
ooh.
They all gapped out
Got you,
nicely.
got you. Um, and you know, I want you to hold that thought. I had just one more question, man. Like, I don't want it to lose that thought. So, you know, was there like maybe like, do you feel like maybe there was like maybe some postpartum or anything along those lines that you know attributed as well?
Oh yeah, I had my seventh baby. I didn't gain a lot of weight with him. I got into the concept of this is what I'm doing. This is how I'm working, and I only gained 17 pounds with him, but I gained 100 pounds after I had him because I did go through postpartum depression really bad with my seventh baby, and I gained weight, and it was horrible. It wasn't about the weight wasn't horrible. It was the postpartum depression. I didn't want to hold my child. I didn't want to look at my child. I didn't even want to be a part of this at all. And it was crazy that something that was a part of me, I want no connection with. So I went through postpartum depression. Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, it was really bad. I went to see a counselor and everything. So I had to really go through the steps of coming out, even down to taking medication, which I totally against, but I didn't even know how to get out of that funk.
No doubt. Well, you know, I appreciate your transparency because, you know, obviously I can't relate, but, you know, I'm sure there's a lot of young ladies who, you know, when they go through their pregnancy, you know, I can only imagine that there's, you know, self-esteem issues. There's, you know, those who, you know, they don't like the image that they see. And then, you know, you have this beautiful process of, you know, a human being forming inside of you, and then that human being leaves out of you. It's something that, you know, you deal with, you know, that whole life cycle of a pregnancy, and then you're expected to just, you know, the world expects you to just snap back right after that. So, yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off earlier, but yeah, so tell us, you know, about this weight loss journey, you know, when things started to click for you.
Oh yeah, I don't. To be honest, I always, I always had high self esteem, and I always knew what I had. My vision was. I always knew what I wanted and what I wanted to look like, what I wanted to feel like. Even though I went through all the process of gaining weight all out the years and I went through postpartum depression out the years, I always had a vision and a concept, whereas I was always strong minded and willpower, and I knew that I wanted to feel a certain way and I wanted to look a certain way. So even I gained the weight, I always had the ability, the knowledge, the concept, the drive, the motivation to get it off.
Okay.
And so I've been doing it for so long, it's like second nature for me. I currently with the weight loss journey, I got COVID not too long ago, and after I got COVID, I couldn't kind of hold me back into my workouts where I'm not able to work out the way I used to. So I wound up gaining like 20, 30 pounds once again. So I'm still on this weight loss journey of shaking that weight off. But you know what I look at it is like I don't even look at it as a weight loss journey anymore. I just look at it as a lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
And especially when you have the concept and know how to apply the concepts, it's just a lifestyle. And that's why I adapted. But throughout the years before, it was hurry up and get the weight off, hurry up, let me rush. But then when I got the weight off, then what? Then what?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now the weight is off. This one, nobody's not going to come and throw me a party now. Where's the balloons and stuff? She lost the weight, yay! What was I rushing for? So I no longer have that concept of it got to be instant because okay, once you get there, now what? Now what?
It's funny when you were saying like you get there and now what? It kind of reminds me of that scene out of Forrest Gump. You remember he was just running for months, and then all of a sudden
And
he
then
just stopped and he's like, I think I'm gonna go home now. It's like so I appreciate that concept of a lifestyle because I myself I've had a period of time where I had dramatic weight loss, and it was cool, but it wasn't a lifestyle. It was so because it wasn't a lifestyle. I ended up ballooning back again, and if I can be transparent with you right now, I've been turning this into a lifestyle slash journey. I'm gonna say that journey word, but
okay.
I'm at a bit of a plateau, so I'm excited to crack this thing open so that I can maybe get some major keys to push through to that next level to break through this plateau that I've been on recently.
hmm Okay, I can respect that.
Yeah, so you know, let's talk about alkaline thick. You you hear that concept. You hear alkaline thick. I think I have a pretty good idea of what it is, but break that down for the listeners and viewers. What's alkaline thick?
Well, when I first started the page, I was actually going alkaline. I said, okay, I'm going alkaline, so what should I name myself? And I'm like, well, I am a healthy woman. I'm not thin. And a proper terminology that I love. I put myself as being alkaline thick. So basically, I am alkaline, and I'm, I have some weight on me,
Mm-hmm.
and that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I kind of like, promoted the name because that's how I felt at the time when I, got the page. To be honest, the page was just for me to just go on the page and post just my foods. Because what I wanted to do was post my food so I can be able to go back and say, oh, I like that, and make it again and make it again and make it again. But as I started to, post my food, I started getting followers. So it started to become cool. I'm like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing this, alkaline thick or whatever the case may be. And actually, some people come up to me and ask me, what foods can I eat so I can be alkaline thick?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so the name kind of fits me.
I'm so glad that you mentioned that because I doing some of my research, going back through the post, man. I mean, you have some of the tastiest looking dishes.
let me
Holding
let
it
me
down
tell
for
you.
for alkaline. I'm gonna put you up there. With my girl Morgan, man, of Clinton Creations, man. Y'all have some amazing dishes that are healthy. Because some people, when you think of healthy dishes, man, you're like, it's just automatically turns you off. You feel it's gonna be something that's gonna be, a labor. Something that's gonna be a chore for you to do, man. But when I look at your dishes, when I look at Morgan's dishes, I'm like, man, I can do that, man. Let me get that right now. I can do
Let
that.
me tell you something. When it comes down to food, think about it. It's the eyes. The
Mm-hmm.
eyes want to make sure that this food looks pleasant. And people may say, "Well, don't worry about it. Just taste it. It's good." But the first instant is visual. So if I make a plate that's presentable, and I will assure you that I will at least taste it,
Yeah.
and then if I like it, I'm going to continue eating it. And then guess what? Afterwards, I'm gonna go ahead and post it. But that's what it was for me because when I used to look at other people's food, I used to be like, I don't know about this. But I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and revamp
Right.
this.
Right.
Let me revamp this and let me see how I can make it to my liking.
So break it down for me. What are some of your favorite dishes? Some go tos. Maybe something maybe for dinner or something that you go to even if you're on the run.
Let me tell you something about alkaline. Being alkaline is the simplest diet I've ever been on in my life. And I'm going to take away diet because I only use the word diet because it's just a form of eating. It's not to say that I'm eating this because I want to lose weight. I use the word diet as a big brand, as a
Yep.
form of eating. That's it. No, nothing else about that. But when I look at it, alkaline, it's the most simplest thing diet ever. It has what you can eat, and you just stay within that circle. What made it fun for me and enjoyable for me and easy for me, because everything got to be easy. Because of with me having 8 kids, I have to boom, 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 boom.
Hmm.
The sauces. It's the
Right.
sauces. It's the
Okay.
sauces that you make. So, like for example, I will meal prep quinoa. I'll keep quinoa in the refrigerator. I'll make it on a Sunday. I'll say, okay, I'm eating quinoa all week. I'll meal prep quinoa. So all I have to do now is add my sides and put some sauce to it. So I'll probably fry up some okra or whatever the case may be. Put some
Okay.
tahini sauce on it. Add some tomatoes. Boom,
Okay.
we got a
Okay.
meal.
Let's go. Okay.
Or you can make it for breakfast. You know how you have fried rice,
Hmm.
and you can make some fried quinoa. In the morning time, you take the fried quinoa, put some coconut aminos on it, throw some mushrooms, some onions and peppers on it. Boom, you have a meal. So being alkaline is so easy, and especially if you prep nice one dish, and all you do is just throw your sides with it and call it a day. You also can eat fresh fruit for breakfast. People don't understand that fresh fruit is fulfilling. You don't have to have bacon and eggs every morning. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Break your fast with some fruit. I'm telling you, you can eat you two bananas, two apples, you'll be good. But people don't see that. A lot of people don't see that. But if you try it, you will see how you make your life so simple. Because the average person spend so many hours a day either online buying food, cooking food, thinking about what to eat. Most of your day goes to food, believe it or not. Because when I went on my water fast for 3 days, and I didn't have to, and I didn't eat. You know how much time I had on my hand? I wanted to
Mm.
go to bed so quick because I'm like, I'm bored.
Yeah, we gotta break down that water fast a little bit in our next segment, but yeah, we gotta circle back to that, man. What I want to know from you is, uh, what sort of mentality do you need to have in order to be successful in like reaching your fitness or health goals?
Well, you definitely have to have the mentality. You have to do the mind work. You have to do the brain work behind anything you do. Is like you
Hmm.
have to do the brain work. You have to sit back and understand what is your why, and you have to put yourself first. And you got to understand that you putting yourself first doesn't mean that you're being selfish.
Hmm.
It just means that if your battery is dead, how are you going to take charge?
Big facts.
So you have to do the mind work. So for me, it had to be the mind work first. I have to understand my why, my purpose, my reason, and I have to understand that it's okay that I didn't cook today. It's okay that I didn't wash dishes yesterday. It's okay that I didn't make the bed. It's okay that my kids didn't take a bath today. It's going to be okay because it's another day. But what's not going to be okay is me putting myself on a back burner. And once you decide that you matter and start to be selfish with your needs,
Mm.
things will just flow along. But you have to do the brain work behind. You got to understand that you have to put you first. You not working, you cannot outsource yourself. And once you get the concept of I matter, my why matters, me being here matters, everything else just rolls. Everything, whether it's eating, whether it's working out, whether it's shopping, whether it's work. But the first step is the mind work, and that's what everybody skip. They go backwards in it. They work about, oh, what I need to eat real quick to lose weight. I got to
Hmm.
work out real quick to lose weight. But my mans, you didn't do the mind work yet. So before you go anywhere, you need to go way back and do the brain work, the thought process. Go there first. And once you figure the brain process out, then you work your way down. Do not come in the back end because you're not going to never reach up here. You got to come here and come all the way down. And and that's what that's why I'm able to gain weight and lose weight all the time. And like, look at this girl, she yo and halt. But I did the brain work. I know the brain work. I can gain weight 16 million times, and I guarantee you, I'm gonna lose it 16 million times because the brain work is already there. I just gotta trickle along with the process, and
Absolutely.
that's
Yeah.
what and that's when I'm ready to trickle along the process.
I mean, you got the keys. You got the keys because you think of someone who, if there was like someone who was like a self-made millionaire and they lost it all tomorrow, I guarantee you that what I'm saying, they're gonna find their way back to the top. They're gonna
When they
find their
ready,
way back to the top. They already got the keys. You know what I'm saying?
yes.
So I feel you on that, man. One of the things, as I follow you and I really appreciate your content is, like I mentioned before, is your transparency and your commitment to being consistent. You know what I'm saying? You hop on there and be like, bro, listen, I was not feeling it today, but I did it, and I feel great now. Did you do it?
Hey,
And I appreciate it. Yeah. And I'll be like, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get mine in, you know what I'm saying? She was talking to me. Let me go ahead and get mine in, you know what I'm saying? And like that's one of the things that I do. And you know, we'll talk about that a little bit more in the next segment as well. That consistency aspect, like, you know, for me, you know, I decided like back in October to, you know, just start doing push-ups, and then got through, you know, October, and I was like, so I did push-ups every day. And then, you know, I got to November, I was like, let me go ahead and do some planks too. So I started doing planks every day. And now here we are in January, I'm doing push-ups, planks, and dips every day. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just being consistent in that process. And although I don't, you know, see, man, you got to talk about this scale too. You got to talk about this scale. Because, you know, although I don't always see it on the scale, man, like, I know I'm feeling better. Like, you know what I'm saying? That scale, you know what I'm saying, is telling me one thing. But look, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, my dad, he's not quick to compliment me, but he told me today, man, hey, man, you looking good, man. I was like, oh, thanks, Pops. I appreciate that. You know
coming from you, whoa.
right, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so, you know, that's a confirmation I get, even though that scale, man, for me, it hasn't moved in like a month. But, man, I'm about to rip that thing open. But
I always
being
say
consistent.
the scale is not for the weak. The scale is not for the weak. And when I mean that the weak, if you feel as though that number should be moving, you don't need to be getting on it. Throw it away, because it's not for you then. For me, I can step on the scale and be the same way every single day. I'm like, all right, as long as I'm staying the same way and I ain't gaining. I gained and I'm have a problem.
Right.
But the scale is not for the weak, because that scale will turn you upside down. So I always tell my clients all the time, I'm like, if you scared of the number, don't put that scale in the closet and bring it back out next month.
And sometimes you just have to have, you know, perspective with it. I mean, I said that, you know, that number, you know, hasn't moved in the past month. Well, guess what that also means? That means I made it through the holidays and I didn't gain
You're
weight.
not gaining.
Okay.
There it is.
Okay.
There it
What's
is.
up? So
That's what I just said.
so yeah, man, absolutely. Like, you know, keep it in perspective even when it comes to, you know, looking at that scale. You know, you feeling better, you know, you doing the work, you know, you can start, you know, feeling certain areas, and you know what I'm saying, like, you see it tightening up, and we also know that, you know, muscle weighs more than fat. So, you know what I'm saying, as you're going through that process, you know, you might be chiseling, you know what I'm saying, and it's your body's going through a little bit of a transformation. So, hey, man, keep it
You
all
also
in
got to know
perspective with that
age
shit.
too.
Right.
Age play an important part in a lot of things. Like, you ain't 20 no more. You ain't 15 no more. It ain't gonna just, you know.
Hey, don't remind me, man. I got a birthday in 2 weeks, man. Don't remind me. Yeah. Yes, indeed. So how do you, you know, balance it all, man? You know, you got 8 kids, you got full-time job, you know what I'm saying? You doing the content, you know what I'm saying? And then got the nerves to make these pretty dishes and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you balance it all?
Well, I guess it's come from being my younger days. I'm raised from a family of 10, and I'm the oldest. And my mother
Okay,
wasn't the
you
my
come from
mother.
the bigger families, yeah.
Yeah, my mother wasn't the motherly type of mother. She was a delegator. Is you do this, you do this, you do that. So I had a lot of duties. She delegated a lot of duties to me. So it started out when I was younger, where I was able to go to school, wash clothes, wash dishes, cook food, and get the kids ready together and help them do their homework. At the age of 9, this is what I'm doing. So you have to see where I'm coming from. If I'm doing it at 9, imagine what I was doing at 15. Imagine what I was doing at 17. Imagine what I was doing at 18. So it's an upbringing for myself. So when I had my own kids, which I wasn't planning on having so many, but it just happened, it was like second nature to me, where I'm able to do all of this and balance all this and still have them excelling. It was a point of time where I had to find my worth and put myself first, because everything was getting taken care of except for me. I
Mm,
had to do that
mm,
before. So everything was getting taken care of except for me. The kids were good. My husband was good. Food was good.
mm-hmm.
House was clean. Everything was getting taken care of except for me. How I balance it out now, I have a nanny.
There you go.
I pay for a nanny. No, I'm not the richest person in the world, but what's more important? My sanity. So yes,
Amen.
we hired a nanny. We hired somebody to come in once a week to clean the house.
That's
I
what's up.
cook 3 times out of the week. We order out 1 time out of the week. I made life simpler than what I used to make it. Everything gets cut down in half. I used to give the kids a bath every single day. Now the kids get a bath every other day. That's my choice. That's my business. This is what I do. This is how I balance it. How do I take care of me? I get up at 4:30 in the morning while the world is asleep, and I'm taking care of myself 4:30 in the morning, 4:30 to 6 o'clock while the world is asleep, and then I'm waking up these kids and we on the
See,
go.
you be killing me with that, man. You be posting the time. It's like it's 5:30. I already worked out. Where you at, man? I'm just get man, mind your business. Don't worry about what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like I know you're not, posting it directly to me, but I always take it as a direct attack because I'm trying to get there too. You know what I'm saying? Like
Look, I'm trying to be relatable to everyone, so I want to be in your living room when I'm
yes,
not in your living room physically.
that's what it feels like, and I appreciate that. That's what's up, man. Well, we gotta talk more about these regiments and some of the other aspects you have with the content, man. Do you have time to stick around a little bit with us?
Sure do.
All
It's a
right, that's
party
what's
over
up.
here.
Yeah, let's get it in. Well, I appreciate it. When we come back from break, we're gonna have more from Miss Sharail Jordan, aka Alkaline Thick.
You already know. Brooklyn.
Don't wake up when it's too late. They might think that you hate me. I'ma get it in while you wait. Okay.
And welcome back to the Think Tank podcast. I've been joined by the lovely Sharail Jordan, Miss Alkaline Thick, and we've had an opportunity to talk a little bit about her weight loss journey and some of the mentality that goes behind that, and we just want to dive a little bit deeper because people love hearing a good story, but we need to break this down a little bit. You cool with that?
Cool, cool, cool.
All right, that's what's up, man. So I know that you're offering some services for people who want to join this movement, man. So tell us a little bit about what you got going on with that.
Well, I will be offering some coaching, and next month, one-on-one coaching, also group coaching. You know, meeting you at your table. That's basically what my concept is. I'm not trying to get clients where I'm trying to convert you into something that you're not. I'm just trying to help you out to make this a lifestyle choice for you. So I'm just a person that you're sitting at your table, and I'm coming knocking on your door, and you're letting me know your lifestyle, how you eat, and how can we change things for you as far as going forward to make this a lifestyle for you at the same time. Have you eating healthier? Have you losing weight, or have you gaining weight or becoming stronger? Whatever it is to meet your needs. As far as the group is concerned, we'll be in the group, we'll be chit chatting. I'll be giving knowledge on, healthy things, foods and stuff like that. Then I'll be doing workouts, and I'll also be having 15-minute one-on-one training, whereas I will put you up on the live and you will sit there and say, hi, my name is blah, 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 and this is the issue I'm having, and I will coach you through it. And we just gonna have a funky good time. As what I do most is I relate to the clients. I will relate to you as far as whoever it may be, because I'm overweight, was overweight, have kids, have a husband, been through the memory lane. So most of the time with my clients, I relate to a lot of them in these situations, and I understand. So I'll be offering lifestyle changes as far as when it comes down to fitness and health and upcoming month.
Okay, that's what's up. And I've had a chance to see some of the testimonials. She'll post testimonials like this is my neighbor, and this is a before and after picture of my neighbor. This is my uncle. This is before and after picture of my uncle. This is my daughter. This is before and after. This is my boss. This is the before and after picture. And I'm like, okay. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just contagious. So I can only appreciate that, man. When you were first getting started, like, posting these videos, I guess when it transformed more from, just, showing some appetizing alkaline dishes to and healthy dishes to, like, getting more into, the fitness aspect, what were the hurdles that you had to go through and, like, like posting it? Because it kind of, I think that's when the page kind of took a turn from, being a scrapbook for, these dishes that you have to, like, oh, she's for real, for real.
It took a turn because, like I said, I started the page just to post the foods. It took a turn when I did when I posted a picture of a water challenge that I was doing with my mom, and I guess what I post was very relatable to millions of people. We're going to say millions, but that's how many people it touched. Millions of people. They related in such a way, whereas they had a generation where they wasn't eating healthy, and their mom or their cousin or their sister or their brother died or got sick because of generational unhealthy eating. So once I saw that was just like a brain popper for me, that wow, I'm relating to all these different people. So that it wasn't so much of a hurdle for me, because it's like I was able to post that and get some type of authentic people to follow me. So once I felt that warmness, that comfort zone, that I wanted to relate to people where they can trust me, and they can be open with me, and that I'm going to be relatable. I'm not just going to just say this and this and this and this. We going to feel each other together. So it wasn't. I've always been an open book. I've never been ashamed of anything that I do, and just started relating details, and the people just started gravitating to my spirit, my energy.
I mean, you're like the definition of relatable. You know what I'm saying? Like your picture should be like right next to the definition of relatable, man. Like I remember you were doing like was it like a water fast, and you're like, man, it's day 2. I'm a little hangry right now, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm also noticing that my thoughts are getting clearer. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta love it. You when you're going through it, man. So, like, please, y'all make sure to check her out and show her some love. I'm actually gonna, segue that into, you have an upcoming water fast. This episode won't be out before the water fast challenge, but I'll make sure to post it on IG. So that people can see, how they can connect with this water fast. So, like, tell us about this water fast, and what are the benefits that take place when you have like a fast of that nature.
Okay, so this fast is going to be a little bit longer. It's going to be 2 weeks. So what we're doing is we're entering in it safely, and we're coming out safely. So we're going to start out with eating just raw foods. So basically just smoothies and stuff like that, salads, whatever. Then we're going to go into the juice phase, and then we're going to go into the water phase, and then we're going to come back out, going into the juice phase, back to the smoothie phase, back to regular foods. This right here just regenerates yourself. Get rid of the old cells, reproduce the new cells. I can tell you by experience, when I did do the water fast, it was like me starting my life all over. If I can sum it up, it was like me eating all over again, like me finding my taste buds all over again. At first, things taste like metal or whatever the case may be, but it's like once you get back into it, it was like your taste buds is like resetting your body to start something different. And sometimes we need that type of reset, especially when you get into involvement of eating processed foods, a lot of sugar, a lot of salt. Sometimes your body needs that break of just not eating at all and resetting things. Like a car, your car You got to maintain your car. Sometimes your car need a break. Dad, I drove my car over to California and I drove it right back. This car need a break. It needs to sit here. It's been moving too much. Your body is like a car. You have to maintain it. At times, you need to just let it rest. Get your body to rejuvenate, and that's what the fast is basically about. It's about resetting your cells, resetting your mindset, resetting your goals, connecting to yourself spiritually. You go through things when you go through a fast. Maybe things come up. Maybe you'll be fearful. Maybe you'll be scared. Maybe you'll be happy. Maybe you'll be lonely. You go through a lot. So it's it's good to get that connection going on.
No doubt.
And it's even great when you do it together with other people.
Yes, there's something to be said about having that accountability. When it comes to fasting, I'm glad you mentioned the spiritual aspects. There is a spiritual aspect to fasting where you really learn about yourself and what really matters. You're able to sort some things out, because I'm gonna keep it real with you. When you're feeding your body nonstop, you're actually slowing your body and your metabolism down in many cases, especially if you're not putting the right things into it, let alone putting the right things into it. So your body, which is in essence your stomach, your digestive system, they say that's your second brain. You're giving yourself a chance to really reset. It's like getting that oil change that you need. That's pretty much what it is. It's the oil change to your vehicle.
Yes.
And so it's gonna. I like that you mentioned, going soft into it and coming out of it soft as well. The worst thing that you could do is, come off of a fast like, man, I can't wait to eat this Five Guys, this Fuddruckers, man. I'm gonna tear this up when I come. I mean, like, your body will be like, why?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It'll actually be worse than you actually doing the fast in the first place.
Yeah.
I've
been there, done that.
I've been
Trust
there too.
me, I know.
So when is this taking place?
This is coming up in the next 3 days. This is going to be January 16th to January 29th. I tried to do it in the middle of the month because I wanted people to get a chance to do what they got to do for the New Year's resolution.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted them to get out there, and then by this time around, they're like, okay, I'm over what I was doing.
Yep.
What's next?
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm gonna be the what's
you
next.
the next. Okay, that's what's up.
I don't know what's next.
All right. Well, like I said, I'll make sure to post that, as people will be seeing it after this has already started. When it comes to making content, because I don't know if you know this or not, Alkaline Thick, but you're what they call a creator. You know what I'm saying? So so when it comes to making content, how do you determine what's content worthy?
That's a good question. That is definitely a good question. I look at things and I see, like, how can I relate to people? What is my audience? Who is my audience? What are they expecting from me? And how would this relate to them? So when it comes down to content, I try to keep everything structural on my page. Why are these people following me in the first place? So you're not going to see me go ahead and be posting pictures of my kids eating all the time and stuff like that. I'll have a certain audience. So my audience wants to see the foods that I do, the workouts, the motivation. So it's easy for me, though, to be honest. It's easy for me to have content. I can sit here real quick and do something really quick for 3 minutes and I'll bring it out because I relate to the audience. I'm the person that will relate to you when you really don't want that relation. Sort of kind of speak, because nobody's going to do what I'm doing. Nobody's as open as I am. Nobody's not going to say, oh, damn, I got something in my nose. They'll be so embarrassed they're ready to run out the room. So it's easy when you're authentic. It's easy when you're genuine about your brand.
Yeah.
It's easy when you're trying to relate to people, and you are the person.
Yeah.
You can sit on the other side of that page and say, what do I want to see? I don't want to see this. I want to see this. I followed you for this. So not only am I going to bring you the content, I'm also sitting on that other side saying, okay, now play. oh, this I like this.
No doubt.
So that's how the content comes about because I am that person sitting on the other side. And what would somebody want to see? And it just come up whether I'm in the bathroom or whether I go looking on the side of old video and I say, okay, I'm gonna post this, and it's everything is just so genuine. So that's why it's probably so easy for me. It's not like you will not see me doing for no 4 hours of practicing for content. It just be like, it's that's it. Here you go.
This is me.
And everybody like, oh my god,
This is me.
yeah.
This is what I'm doing.
There's no
I'm
catfishing.
literally living out what I'm talking about. So like this is it.
Yeah,
I
you can tell the
appreciate
way
it.
I write. I talk the way I speak. I'm like, yeah, I was reading your story. I can tell you talk just like that.
No doubt. No doubt. Okay, so as we're wrapping up at this time, man, um, I just for anybody out there who has found a way to self-sabotage, who's found a way to um, make an excuse for this and that, you know, this is a woman who's been in the mountaintop. She's been in the valley. She's got a full-time job. She's got 8 kids. She's got a husband. You know, but she's making time to do these things, and you know what? It's not even with her. It's not even about like having all of this fancy machinery. You know what I'm saying, right? You know what I'm saying? Like
Nope.
when they see you working out, like she may break out that jump rope, and she's going for it. You know what I'm saying? She might be doing like some Billy Blanks type movements, and you've made mention about the significance of movement. So her and I both, well I can't speak for her, but I myself, I've made significant strides in this journey. I myself have done it without a gym membership. You know what I'm saying? Gym memberships are cool, but that is not like what is going to define like how successful you're going to be in this journey. So tell us about movements and what you mean by that, and like what does it look like when you doing these workouts for these people who haven't seen your stuff like I have.
Well, movement to me is it doesn't matter what it is. When I say that's why I don't call it a workout, I call it a movement because I feel as though if you wake up in the morning and you still able to move this, do this, and this is still pumping, you are privileged. You are privileged to have your arms, to have your legs, to have your breathing. So you should just go out here and move, whether it's doing jumping jacks, push-ups, sit-ups, walking, kicking your legs in a chair, some type of movement a day just to realize I'm still alive. And I appreciate being alive. I appreciate this. So movement to me is a privilege. I have friends that can't move like me because they've been in a car
Mm,
accident. Or you know what I'm saying? So I see it. I see it firsthand that he had to be pushing a wheelchair because he got hit by a bus.
mm,
So for me to be able to get up in the morning and still have my joints in place and I'm able to move, I'm going to take advantage of it each and every day. So that's why I always promote movement and I say it's a privilege to move. Don't take advantage of it because it could be taken away. And then you're like, I wish I could have, should have, would
mm.
have, did have, whatever. No, just take advantage of it.
We only
Move.
have
I
one
don't care
body,
how
right?
old you is. Move. Look, I use my room as a place. My room is a small, tiny room. And I turned it into working out, not just for me, but I give it out to the people as well. Turn on your camera. Let's do some jumping jacks. Let's run into place. Let's do some sit ups. 30 minutes, 20 minutes a day. That's it. And we can do that on IG, 20 minutes a day doing this.
There you go again, man. I feel attacked, man. But 'cause I sure
Why
enough.
you being weird
Look,
with
you know what I'm
me?
saying? I sure enough, you know what I'm saying? I can do that, man. I can get that. I do that workout real nice. But,
Why you being weird with me?
so it's been a pleasure having you on this episode. Thank you so much for joining us, Sharail. Can you do us a favor and just share with the folks, how they can keep in contact with you, follow your journey, get you as a coach, accountability partner, and all of the above.
Well, there's only one place you can go to get me at Alkaline Dick. That's ALKALINE. thick. And once you follow me there, you're able to see everything. I have a link in my bio, whether you want to go to my fitness page, whether you want to go to my Facebook group page, everything is there, and that's where I'll be at.
That's what's up. Well, that's a wrap for this episode of the Think Tank Podcast. I thank you so much for joining us, and I hope that, this is blessing you. We've started this year strong with 3 episodes, dealing with supporting black businesses, working on mental health, working on our physical health. And, we should be well on our way. That's what the Think Tank Podcast is all about. It's about educating and inspiring. And if you out there and you doing your thing, I see you, man. So until next time, y'all be blessed. We love you, and we out.
Thanks for having me. Bye.